First of all, I want to thank Whoopi for what she said because it reminded me of a point that Kevin Samuels used to make all the time. Because I think for some people, he was trying to paint the reality that, are you even thinking about your retirement? Like, what does that look like, right? In terms of, are you saving? He would always bust down the numbers. And he was talking to these women. It was clear that many of them didn't have a plan for real, right? And so with Whoopi's remarks, you would say, hey, Whoopi's been married. Maybe she didn't marry correctly. She's been famous. She's made a lot of money. And we can try to count her pockets, but I believe her to a certain extent, right? I do believe that maybe she could have been joking, but there's a part of her that says, to maintain my lifestyle, I have to maintain working, keep working. So we discount her because she's a celebrity, but there's a lot of people who have been in a position where they're around her age or older who've had to continue to work on some level because the ends ain't really meeting the way they need to, right? And unfortunately, when some of these programs and safety nets are being cut, et cetera, there's less money available to people. We heard about all the different companies who went belly up, like people who lost their money in the 2000, I think it was eight stock market crash a while back, where there's a lot of people who followed the rules and did what they were supposed to do, but things were not there for them when it was their turn. And so they're out here struggling. So this is something that's been going on. So the idea that some people are voluntarily saying, I'm going to choose this life for what? Because you're incapable of meeting people, of talking to people, of fostering good relationships. It's insane to me the level of which people will go to avoid accountability. And I'm just talking about not Whoopi. I mean, I give Whoopi all the credit in the world. She was married. She tried it 3 times. It didn't work out. Now, if she married some white dudes who took advantage of her, should that be another cautionary tale for some of y'all that feel like the grass is greener over there? Because it's not the first time that we've heard of sisters getting taken for a little alimony by the white dudes. And I get it. Ken did do is that as well. But shit, he saw what they were doing and learned. So, hey, right? Why should we not? Should we let, oppression stop the black man from taking advantage of the system too? Get the fuck out of here. Or maybe you should marry one and find out. But the point is that I can see why she's at the point in her life where she's done with marriage. Cool. She's did it. I think she talked about it recently. Like, she's not trying to get married. Her relationship, her life is where it is. She's comfortable. So she's like a lot of people who are so comfortable being single that at this point she's a lost cause on that. So I give her credit and grace for just accepting that about where she's at right now. But she did her time. She did 3 of them. She has some kids. She had to move it. But the rest of y'all, what are you going to have? Like, for real. Like, who's going to be there for you? You think your family members, your girlfriends, your homies and all that is going to be there when the sunset of life? Many of them pass away if you're fortunate enough to, like, I just don't think people really get what that life can look like when you have not invested in other people. It looks like loneliness. Like, it looks like you being somewhere where nobody's coming to visit you for real. Them cousins, them nieces that you was all comfortable with, they're living their lives. They're not coming to check up on you. Sorry. Right? So I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm saying, like, if you're 35 or wherever you are in life and you have not thought about your retirement, fuck a man for a second, right? Fuck him. Have you yourself talked about what your game plan is going to be? How much money you're going to need to live? You still have time. If you haven't done that, you're in a fucked up situation, okay? Because time is running out for you. And it just shows that if you don't get it together now, you never will. So there's a larger conversation. Y'all be thinking y'all got the luxury of making some of these choices when you don't. It's not that hard. It's simple math. Go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT how much your ass is going to need to survive at a certain age if you want to stop working, to account for inflation as well. Then ask Chat, hey, based off of how much money I make right now, am I going to be able to make it or survive? And then finally ask it, well, what if you put 2 people together? You put your 40 together, put my 40 together. If 2 people share a 1-bedroom, it's half the price. That's probably just a simple equation, but some of y'all be making life a lot harder than it has to be. So let Whoopi be a warning. It ain't going to be that sweet. The economy is getting even worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is fucked up right now. And you think the pandemic should have taught some of y'all that doing it alone was not going to be a good look. Some of y'all ain't have no nigga to help you change shit around the apartment or around the house. You can't even go outside and throw your pussy out there to get some dick to help you around the house because niggas scared of the panty, right? Y'all knew what it was like, right? So why would you voluntarily set yourself up for a retirement of that? Why? When all you got to do is go get some counseling, figure out the trauma that maybe your mom or your father put you through that didn't allow you to learn how to have healthy relationships with another adult, right? Take some financial literacy classes and roll the dice. I promise you, it's probably way better than the bullshit that y'all are on right now. Thank you, Whoopi, for being honest and for finding somebody to love you at once upon a time and marry you. You know what I'm saying? There's still hope. That's something else that y'all could take from Whoopi. If Whoopi can get married 3 times, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and you can't find nobody, come on, man. Even if he's white, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you know what? You couldn't find him with a white man. All right, at least you got one in. She found Tree. I'm sorry, y'all.
They're not even getting a call back, Nick.
I said, Lord have mercy on this one.
Whoopi got married 3 times. Y'all can't get a text back.
Let's not. So first of all, let's just acknowledge that Whoopi did grow up in an era where marriage still mattered. Nowadays, marriage does not matter to men and women in most cases, especially in our community, which is why we have the lowest rates. So let's recognize that as well.
Well, it's not the same, okay? Men value marriage more in 2025 than women do. I'm going to go on the record and say it. I'm going to go on the record and say it. And you can tell because the conversations that men are having is, hey, why won't you be a suitable wife? And women are saying, I don't even know if I want to be married, right? It's a different conversation. Talk about it.
So I will acknowledge that it is a different conversation. But I'm also going to say this. The reason why it's a different conversation is because from our previous episode where we talked about the evolvement of men, it's because some women felt like it's too little too late and they're not willing to take that risk. But also, I will acknowledge the conversation is different because men actually benefit, even though y'all going to say no, they don't. But studies show that men actually benefit more from marriage still, contrary to what popular belief is. And that includes living longer because you got a woman over there telling you to go to your doctor appointments and making them for you in some cases and some other stuff. But anyways, with that being said, so you are correct. The conversation is completely different between men and women as it pertains to marriage.
Listen, we all got choices to make. Like wrapping up this show is going to be the one that we're going to make here because I feel like we're going to beat a horse to death or a dead horse. I'm not calling Whoopi that. I'm saying we're tired of the conversation. Y'all really got to stop. There will be no Whoopi hate. We love her. She is a legend. So these are all jokes. Whoopi's a comedian. If anybody took what I said as serious, I was just kind of joking.